In this video, I just want to show you the auto-completion that I added this week. This is using something called Lua Language Server. Integration was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It took me about one full working week, so 5 days, and I've got more than I thought would be possible to add. So when I just start typing, let's see, I already created a box up here, so I'm just going to type box and then press a period, and you've got all the class members here that are available. Velocity, X, and it's smart enough to be able to have like multiple members of classes that are members of classes. Box, type a colon, and all the methods will appear. We've got a lot to choose from, so let's narrow it down. I'll just start typing set pose. Okay, there. And this is actually really nice because if I just start typing really fast, displays equals get displays. I like this because I don't really have to stop and capitalize things. I can just type as I think, create when. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay. Title, call it Leadwerks 1024 768, and we'll set this to displays 1. Of course, it's smart enough to know displays 1. This returns an array of displays, and then yep, there's the properties for the display, size dot x. Very nice. Frame buffer equals create frame. So it's just, look how fast this is. This is great. World equals create world. Cam equals create cam. Okay, what else do I need? Box equals create box. Okay, need to move the camera back a little bit. Cam move 0, 0, -2. Okay, what else? While window key down, key escape, change that to not. Okay, and then we just type world update, world render. So I only had to type about half the characters of all of that code I just wrote, and I think that's all I need. Let's see. What did I forget? Oh, do. You have to have do. If you have a while statement, you have to say do. While do. There we go. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Box. Turn. 0, 0, 1. There we go. So I like this a lot. It just makes it feel more like Visual Studio. We also have, you can also hover over a command and see the syntax, which I didn't think we would have this. I thought this was too advanced, honestly, to be able to implement this quickly. You can see the title is a string, X, Y, width, height, those are all numbers. The display is a display object. And then you can see at the very end, the function returns a window. So this is just really handy. If I hover over a command, and then if I press F1, or yeah, then this is just going to go to the correct page for the documentation. Alternatively, if I'm not hovered over anything, but I just have the cursor is inside a word, then it'll just go to the correct page for that word. The internet's going kind of slow right now. But yeah, this is going to create frame buffer. There it is. So this is just really handy to have, and wasn't actually that hard to implement. Lua language server. It's a really good system. Let's try something else. Create our own table. T equals table. T dot thing 1 equals 3. T dot thing 2 equals hello. And if I just press T and a period, then I have those options to choose from. Very nice. It's smarter than I even thought it was, because watch this. Function my func a b for arguments, and okay, let's say return 3. Now if I start typing out my func, and then I hover over it, it knows that it returns an integer. Look at that. That is so cool. Now if you want to enforce some rules here, you can just type, and this is how you make annotations with Lua language server. So I'm going to say param a, and then I just type in, let's say that's an integer, param b, and let's say that's a, let's just make it a string, and then actually let's make b a float value, because I want to show you something cool here. Okay, so it's going to return a plus b, a plus 3, and it knows it's an integer. I wonder what happens if I say return b plus 3. Is it going to say float or integer? I'm not sure. Unknown. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if float is actually a recognized value or not. Let's try number, actually. Let's see what happens if I write number. Just have it like an integer there. Let's see what that does. Okay, I think it just prefers, I think it doesn't really have float, it just uses number for that. So it knows that it's returning a number. What else can we do? Oh yeah, we can also, if we want to specify the return type, we can go like return, and then we can just force it. So I can say return a string, and it'll tell the syntax system that it's returning a string, even though it's really not. Let's see what that does. Okay, it's that kind of, I guess that has priority over everything, so it tells it it's a string. Let's say it returns a vec3. And I'm going to say v equals my func. Okay. Okay, so it says vec3 at the end there. V dot, oh, and it knows. It knows to show, it knows the right properties to show for that object, which is really cool. So you can do things like box, parent, kids, position, and it's smart enough to show you all the correct values that are available. So yeah, it's really a very smart linter, I guess is the term. And just having this available in the script editor, it just makes the whole experience so much better for you, because it does such a good job of showing you the commands that are available. If you don't know, you just created a box and you don't really know what it can do, well, there's all your commands. There's a lot of them. If you know that you want to get something but you're not sure, well, that narrows it down. Get rotation, okay, and then it even knows that that's returning to vec3, so we could just have x there, like that. Yeah, so this suggestion actually came from the community last week in our weekly meetings, and that's why I have these meetings, is because a lot of times you guys come up with ideas that I would not have thought about, or you're aware of technologies that are out there that I didn't know about, like Lua language server. And this turned out to be, I was hesitant to get started with it But I started Monday, and it's Saturday now, and it's pretty much done now, and it just makes such a big improvement. I hope you really love using this in Leadwerks 5. I think it's just going to really bring the user experience to the next level and just make it that much better for you. So thank you for watching.